Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've watched before, or welcome for the first time. I am Katiwe and I love helping you transform your life from the inside out. It all starts with inner work, with how you feel, with how your beliefs, with, how you see yourself, and then your outside reality transforms as a result of that. So that's what I'm all about here. And today I really want to talk about feeling worthy, right? This is a very big word, worthy. And do you feel worthy, right? And this is why it matters. If you don't feel worthy, if you don't feel enough, if you don't feel like I get to have this, right? This is an experience that I inherently deserve, that I am inherently good enough to have or be. If you don't feel that way, you're not going to allow yourself to have it, right? If you don't feel worthy of creating more finances, it's going to be really hard for you to do it because you're going to sabotage yourself and block yourself at every turn, right? Or turn down opportunities. Oh, that's not for me, right? If you don't feel worthy of love, well, even if you desire love, even if you want love in your life, if you don't feel worthy of it, you're not going to put yourself out there. You're not going to accept the date with the really cute guy or the girl, right? You're not going to be in situations where you're energetically open to receiving the love that you want, even though you do desire it, right? So worthy is a really big piece of creation, of the manifestation process. And also you just deserve to feel worthy. You deserve to feel enough. You deserve to feel like, yeah, I get to have good things in my life. Like that is my God-given, right, like that is what you deserve to feel. So it's more about feeling amazing, feeling worthy. And I want to clear up a couple things around this, and then we'll get into an exercise soon to clear some energy around this. But really, what is worthiness, right? Let's start there, because it is something that gets thrown around a lot. And, the way that human beings are brought up, so far anyway, in our development, in our consciousness, in the masses, is worthiness has to be earned, right? Has to be proven. Maybe you grew up and you felt like you weren't worthy of love because you didn't get any affection or words of affirmation, or felt love from your parents for certain reasons. Maybe you only felt that way from them, or they only showed you because they loved you when you did something very well, right? Like a lot of the time, perfectionists, that's why they're perfectionists, because, oh, if I achieve, if I get good grades, if I am quiet, if I am well behaved, if I am, the model child, that's when I receive love from my parents or my caretakers, right? That's a very common one. So, we often treat each other this way, like you're not worthy of love or of acceptance or of good things until you do something to deserve it, right? It's kind of built into how we raise children. It's built into society, right? You're not good enough unless you get an A, right? You're not good enough unless you have the fanciest car. You're not good enough unless you're making a certain amount of money. You're not good enough unless you do X, Y, Z. Please the powers that be, wherever those people are, right? Or the systems or the culture, right? That's kind of how we are all operating. That's the paradigm that most of us are born into and still operating in. So it's hard to feel sometimes like I'm worthy of something, because it feels like there's something outside of yourself to do. Like there's an act, there's something that you have to do or to be, and it's different than who you are. It's not inherent. And so I want you to realize that that is a lie, right? We have to first acknowledge the lie that is. And that doesn't mean that you don't have anything to do in the creation process. I'm not saying that you just sit there and lay there and good things come to you without any effort on your part. All I'm saying is you are worthy of good things without any effort on your part, right? You inherently deserve good things. It doesn't mean they're going to come to you without any effort, right? But you are inherently deserving and worthy of them happening. And then once you put in the effort, once you show up, once you start creating the thing, it'll come, right? Obviously, you have a part to play in the creation process, but you are inherently worthy of it. And, a lot of people get the message growing up that they're not. And there's things that happen, traumatic events that happen that create this, feeling inside of you. And so I want you to just realize, first of all, like, you as a human being, as a person with a body, as a person who exists watching this video right now, the simple fact that you exist means you're worthy, okay? And I want you just to kind of start to accept that. The second thing that I want to say, before I move on to it, because it's like, think about all the energy that it takes to create a human being. Think of all of the resources, right? What has to happen for a human being to be created, right? Like, it's a lot, and it's miraculous, and it's beautiful. And it's like, if you are born, if you exist, if you were one of the 400 trillion sperms, or however many sperms there are that go to the egg, right? If you're one of the 400 billion, I think it is, you made it. like you're worthy. You're here. You have a body. You have a soul. You're an extension of Source God, all that is. Like, you are worthy, right? So that's kind of like the fundamental premise that I want you to adopt going forward around this idea of worthiness. The second thing I want you to kind of understand and conceptualize and start to deepen into is this feeling of being unworthy, not good enough, is simply a feeling. Okay? It is simply an emotion. And I want you to start to realize that it's not fact. It feels very real. I understand how real it feels. Trust me, because I've been there. I understand how real it feels that you are not worthy of something, or in general. I understand. But it is not who you are. Your emotions are not you. And it's time to start it becomes like, I am unworthy. I am feeling this way, right? And you begin to connect your identity with it, when really it's, I'm just feeling unworthy right now. But the problem is, you've probably been feeling unworthy for a very long time, probably decades since you were a child, right? And now you're an adult. So you've come to be like, well, this is who I am because I feel unworthy. And it's simply not true. You are the experiencer of that feeling. You are the witness of that feeling. So if you're witnessing a feeling, if you're experiencing a feeling, who are you, right? And this kind of is like what Eckhart Tolle says, right? If you don't know Eckhart Tolle, he's a very profound teacher on power of now. He has a book called The Power of Now, around presence, around meditating and how powerful that is. And he calls it being the watcher, right? So you are the watcher. Without you experiencing these emotions and these thoughts that cause the feelings, right? Who is that person? Who is that existence? That is you, right? This is very esoteric stuff. I get it. But, you know, you can kind of take a second and just close your eyes and try not to think anything. Just watch for a thought. Don't actively bring up a thought, but just sit there and wait for a thought to pop into your head. Right? So you're watching thoughts. You're watching how you feel. You're experiencing these things. You are not your thoughts. You are not your feelings. And I really want to make that clear. So you may have been feeling unworthy for decades, but it's a feeling. Feelings are meant to just flow through us. Now, we are taught to dismiss our feelings, stuff down our feelings, or we just repress until we explode on people around us, right? That's kind of how most people operate. But it doesn't have to be that way. That's not how we're actually built. We're actually built to release emotions quite quickly. We accept them, we feel them, and then they are supposed to just release, okay? So that is the modus operandi that we are meant to have. It's just that we have been so used to doing the complete opposite because maybe you didn't feel safe to express your feelings. Maybe you felt weak. Maybe you felt like, you know, insert reason that we are taught to suppress. It's not appropriate. It's not ladylike. It's not manlike, whatever it is, right? Which couldn't be further from the truth. So you are experiencing emotions and they are meant to just move through you. So a feeling of unworthiness can leave you very quickly. And it's not actually who you are. So I want you to keep that in mind. So I want to just do some tapping on this because I want to help you actually experience this energy moving and this energy leaving you and give you something to come back to. And you can come back to this point in the video and watch this anytime that these feelings of feeling not enough, not worthy come up again and release them, okay? So first of all, I want you to think about, maybe it's in general or maybe it's an area of your life that you don't feel worthy. So if it's an area that you don't feel good enough, worthy enough to have experience or improve, or maybe it's a general sense of like, I'm not worthy. I want you to just kind of tune into your bodies. Maybe you touch your body here on your heart or wherever it feels comfortable, just to connect to your body. So connect to your body and take some deep breaths in and out. If you're somebody who exists in your head a lot, imagine your consciousness coming out of your head, down through your head, down into your neck, down through your throat, and down into your chest, into your body. Imagine your consciousness coming down out of your head into your body to just connect further. Okay, it's safe to be in your body, okay? It's safe. So I want you, now that you're in your body, now that you're feeling how this actually feels, and your body tells you the truth, it tells you what you're actually feeling and activated in, I want you to see how worthy you feel in general, or how worthy you feel of having what you want. So pick whatever category. And so 0 is, nope, I'm not worthy at all. 10 is, of course I'm worthy. I'm 100% worthy. So where do you fall on that scale? And write it down. Then we're going to do some tapping to move the energy out. Okay. So write that down, keep score of that, because we're going to come back and reference that afterwards and see how much you've moved the energy, because it really helps to realize the work that we did here together. If you can't tap with me on the same spots, just follow along the best you can. Say this out loud if you can, because that creates the best results when you use your voice. But if not, say it in your head too. So just tap with me. And if you want more information about EFT tapping, what is this crazy thing? What is she talking about? I want to learn more. There is a link in the description box to a free EFT tapping training that I'm giving you all for free. Just sign up for that below in the description box, okay? So with that in mind, focus on the feeling of unworthiness. Focus on where it is in your body. Just have an awareness of it throughout this exercise. Okay, so repeat after me now. Even though I feel unworthy, I feel unworthy of what I want, but I still choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I feel unworthy of a better life, I feel unworthy in general. And I've kind of always felt this way deep down. And I don't know how to let this go. And even though I feel this way, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel unworthy of having a better life, I just don't feel good enough. Maybe I was told that I wasn't good enough. I choose to see this differently. And I choose to forgive myself and maybe even forgive others for continuing this idea or for giving it to me in the first place. And I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself. I feel unworthy. I feel so unworthy. I feel unworthy. I'm unworthy. I'm unworthy in general. I'm just not good enough. Never have been, never will be. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of more. I'm not worthy of better. I don't get to have what I want because I'm not good enough. I'm just not good enough. I am unworthy. And I've always felt this way. I felt this way as far back as I can remember. I don't know how to let this go. I don't know if I can let this go. I don't know what it's like to feel differently. I was made to feel so unworthy growing up. I was made to feel less than. Maybe I didn't receive as much love as I thought I should get. Maybe I was abandoned. Maybe I didn't have enough resources, enough money. Maybe I didn't feel loved by my parents. Maybe I experienced trauma and I internalized it. I made these experiences mean that I wasn't good enough. Because if I was good enough, I wouldn't be experiencing this now, would I? Clearly, I'm not enough. Clearly, there's something wrong with me. I feel like a defect toy at the toy factory. I was born with a defect. And I don't even know what that is. It just feels so real. This feeling of unworthiness feels so real. It feels like who I am. I see other people thriving around me. I see them being treated better. I see them having more success. I see them happier than me. I see them being born into better circumstances. And I can't help but question, why wasn't I? Why can't I experience that? Why can't I have that? Why didn't I have a better childhood? It must be because I'm unworthy. God must hate me. God must think I'm not good enough. I'm being punished. Maybe I'm cursed. Maybe I did something bad in a past life. I don't know. But something is just not quite right with me. Maybe I was told that I was unworthy by my parents, by family, by friends, by people I had relationships with. And I started to believe it after a while. But I see how damaging this is. It's eating me up alive. I absolutely hate feeling this way. I feel bad about feeling unworthy. It sucks. Maybe it's time to let this go. I'm willing to let this go. I'm willing to see this differently. I'm willing to feel more worthy. It's safe to feel worthy. It's safe to let this go. It's safe to let this go. I'm letting these feelings of unworthiness go. Releasing it all the way back throughout my past. Letting it go from any past lives it's connected to. Letting it go across all timelines and dimensions. I'm letting it go from my childhood. From any moment, any trauma, any event, any person that created this feeling inside of me. clearing that away now. It's not helping. I'm clearing this from any moment in my life that this feeling was reinforced. Letting it all go. I'm clearing this from any chakras it may live in. I'm clearing this from all of my energy fields. I'm letting this feeling go. I'm letting it go from my cells, from my DNA. I'm clearing this from my nervous system. I'm clearing this from my subconscious and conscious mind. I'm clearing this feeling from every level of my being. Releasing, releasing, releasing. Clearing, clearing, clearing. I'm willing to see this differently. I'm willing to see myself from a higher perspective. I'm open to seeing myself through the eyes of my soul. I'm open to seeing myself more and more through the eyes of God, universe, source. I'm open to realizing my inherent worth. I'm ready to allow it more and more every day. Because I exist. For the simple fact that I exist, I am worthy. I was created. I was given a body and a soul. I was already given a stamp of approval. And maybe that means I'm good enough. Maybe I don't need to be like my sister or my brother to be worthy. Maybe I don't need more degrees to achieve and be worthy. Maybe I don't need more money to prove that I'm worthy. Maybe I don't need more status to prove that I'm worthy. Maybe I don't need to be smarter to prove that I'm worthy. Or kinder to prove that I'm worthy. Or overgiving. Maybe I don't have to live up to anybody else's standards or expectations and still be worthy. What if it's that simple? What if I could just accept and decide that I'm already worthy? What if it all comes down to me in the end? So I choose to see how worthy I already am. I choose to know that this is simply an emotion that I've been feeling for a very long time. These are simply thoughts that I have been thinking about myself for a very long time. But they're not who I am. I'm the experiencer of my thoughts and feelings. But I am not my thoughts and feelings. And it's time to let it go. I choose to accept that right now in this moment, I'm enough. I choose to accept that right now in this moment, I am worthy. Because I am. Because I exist. Because I say so. Because I was put on this earth, in this body, in this time. And that is everything. So be it. And so it is. Okay. You can stretch now. Oh my God, my back wants to crack. You can yawn. Maybe you had some emotional releases, some crying, some laughing, some yawning, some tingling sensations, some heat, some coolness. There tends to be a lot of things that people can feel doing deep tapping like this. Also, if you had any memories kind of pop up that maybe need more attention, things come into your mind or ideas, take note of them and then maybe come back to them later and do some energy work and releasing around those memories specifically, because oftentimes we can collapse the past, and it really helps us to accept our worthiness and our wholeness in our now by doing that work. So let me know in the comments how you're feeling, what you experienced. I love hearing from you. I love getting your feedback. I love your wins and your shifts and your energy. And I want you just to tune back into that question we had in the beginning, whether it was your overall feeling of worthiness or whether it was worthiness in a certain area of your life. I want you to connect back into your body again, and we're going to ask your body's wisdom. How worthy do I feel right now in general, or how worthy do I feel of what I want? 0 to 10. 0 is neutral or not worthy. 10 is, of course, I'm worthy. So where do you fall now? And I'd be curious to know in the comments how many points that has shifted for you. So come back, do this video again and again as much as you'd like, because the more you do it, the more things are going to shift and sink in. And also drink lots of water, because we moved a lot of energy. So drink lots of water. If you need to rest, take time to rest. Just honor yourself after moving all that energy. And if you want to work with me one-to-one, you can check out the description box below, or just see what kind of masterclasses or whatever workshops I have going on right now. The link is in the description box below for you guys to check out. So thank you guys for being here with me. I appreciate you so much. And you are worthy. You're born worthy. And it's just time to let these feelings go and just know that they are simply feelings. They are not the truth. They are not fact. It's just a feeling, and you can just release it. So have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you all soon.